What is the literal rule? Have you ever wondered how judges make sense of laws? One of the key methods they use is called the literal rule. This rule is a fundamental principle of statutory interpretation, especially in common law systems like those in the United Kingdom. The literal rule requires judges to interpret the words of a statute based on their plain, ordinary, and natural meaning. This means they do not add, modify, or infer any meaning beyond what is written in the text. At the heart of the literal rule is the belief that the words chosen by the legislature are deliberate and clear. If the wording is straightforward, courts must apply it exactly as it is, even if the result seems harsh or unreasonable. This approach is sometimes referred to as the plain meaning rule or grammatical rule because it focuses on the literal and grammatical meaning of the statutory language. For law students, grasping the literal rule is essential. It serves as the starting point for understanding statutory interpretation. When you read legal texts, always consider the ordinary meaning of the words first. This will help you build a solid foundation for your legal analysis. Some key features of the literal rule include strict adherence to the statutory text. Judges do not look beyond the wording to consider legislative history or purpose. This means there is no room for judicial creativity. Courts avoid interpreting statutes in ways that might better align with perceived intentions or fairness. However, this strict approach can lead to outcomes that seem unreasonable. A famous example is the case of Whiteley v. Chappell. In this case, a literal interpretation meant that impersonating a deceased person was not an offense because the law referred to any person entitled to vote, and a dead person cannot vote. While the literal rule is one of the primary tools for statutory interpretation, it is not the only one. Other approaches include the purposive approach, which looks at the law's intended purpose, and the golden rule, which allows for modifications to avoid absurd outcomes. In summary, the literal rule is about applying statutory words in their ordinary meaning. It is a foundational concept in law school studies of statutory interpretation and legal analysis. Understanding this rule will help you navigate legal texts more effectively and prepare you for your future career in law.